coming up next? The 32 Ford. He's lined up with the Camaro left-hand side of David Waxman. Waxman out front left-hand side, and he will rip off another pass in the single digits. 950 at 141, 1009 at 132. Lining up against the heavy metal leader, Jason Pickett. The Roadmaster Hearst 1993 Buick out of Colorado. He's looking for a low 8-second pass. Both of them off the starting line. 118.60 foot for Sweet. To the top end for Sweet. 777 at 175 for Jerry Sweet. Jonathan Whitaker and Chad Noel next. Whitaker, a local here in Orlando. The stick shift, turbocharged Coyote Swap Cobra. He's lined up with Chad Noel. Noel in the Camaro goes 922, 145 right side. Here comes our next pair. Tom Bailey in the world's quickest Durango. At least that's what he tells me. And he's the boss, so I'm not going to question it. 2021 model Durango left side, right-hand side is Michael Swindoll in the 68 Malibu. Big wheels up launched for Michael. But Tom Bailey got it hooked up and to the finish line. And he will go 8:28 at 166. That's his second best pass of the week in the big Durango. Courtney, before this week started, had 0 8-second runs. He comes in here with 4 of them. He'd like nothing more than to complete his week with 1 more. And the car rolls out of the gate, so he will not get it on this run. He has officially staged us, so he's completed sick week. 790 at 176. We'll get back into the 7s. In the Unlimited Iron category, racing off against Damon Elf, the leader in Street Week Freaks. Alex Taylor wants to finish in the 6s. She wants 4 out of 5 of them. 729 at 196. So now it's all about the numbers on the scoreboards. Rovic Ahuja right side. Brian Goldstone left side. Goldstone, 108.60 foot for the AMC. He is on a heater left-hand side. 646 at 223 for Brian Goldstone. All right, our next pair to the starting line. Scott Mueller back around on his second shot. Up against the third-gen Camaro, Felix Garcia. Garcia in the Camaro left side. 925 at 141, 863, 144. And Brian Anders. Anders in the Chevette left side. Winningham right side in the Mustang. Oh, gosh. Winningham just can't catch a break. All right, here comes our final slick tire car. Rovic Ahuja back around for his 3rd run already. As I said, this man put down multiple laps during the last couple Dragon Drives I've seen him on. He's trying to collect that magic 970-something number. He goes 995, 134. That's the twin-turbo big block 56 Chevy. Matt Moore on the opposite side. He's a chassis man. It's got a single-turbo LS. Last year, he finally broke into the force. He said, over the winter, I'm making upgrades. I want to go after the record that is currently held by Jordan Tugg and Devin Vanderhoof, who have already had to left to go home early. So he wants 459.70. Might happen.
Nah, 68. 152, but 114 he on his run earlier he ran a.
So again, we have quarter-mile clocks on, ladies and gentlemen, so some of you are not going to see this. Our next pair up is John Dodson, who, as we mentioned, rebuilt the turbo on his little baby blue Malibu left-hand side. He's looking for 750s, as is the Nova on the opposite side.
763 in the left lane and 763 in the right lane.
This would not be the first time ever that a radial car would win. I hoped that was the case. However, he could set the record and could lay down a brand new pass right here. Let's see what a 60 is. No, 119. It needs to be better than that. 642 at 226. So only 500ths of a second away from what Moore ran. 600. So he'll come back. Here's your leader in stick shift. This is Chad Begley in the Corvette.
And he's racing against Kevin. Wow.
Yeah, that's Kevin Smith. Goes for nothing but Kevin sideways. Hang on to it, Kevin. Hang on. Hang on to it. Still sideways.
Oh, he kept it
and
off
he's
the
got
wall.
it saved. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. He saved it through all of that sliding.
600 to 800 horsepower of nitrous per run.
Did you actually just use the wrong term? You said Silverado. After you've beaten me into saying Silverado, you said Silverado.
It happens. Rick obviously ran his couple of his only first 8-second passes earlier.
Bob has the Gen 3 Hemi-powered 1982 Mustang he calls Hemi Fox. We'll bring up Michael Warren next on the left-hand side. A couple of Chevy 2 Novas going down the racetrack. The opposite side is David Armentrout. And both of them running bottom sevens.
And here we are racing the Snot Rocket 1.5 here at Sick Week.
He's up against Timothy Blythe, who unfortunately does not have second gear in his car. So you're going to see him make like a 10 or 11 second pass, but at a lot of speed in that little Triumph Spitfire. Zach Myers down the right side looking for redemption. Here is another brand new Dragon driver, left-hand side. This is Letitia Hughes. She runs NMRA normally in an 860 class. She's facing Jackson Jimmy Tall, who is battling with Randy Seward for the title in 275. Became the 7th guy to run an 850 perfect run on day number 1. What's he lay down here? An 857 at 156. And for Letitia, our next pair, Nick Wygant in the twin-turbo Trans Am. Left-hand side, Jordan Boudreau in the single-turbo Mustang. He finished number 2 last year at 275. He's looking for 850. What's he get? 851.0. Nice shot right there.
Now the minority, unfortunately, in the Fox world.
I'm going to raise it and say, here's a second one. An old-school push-rod twin-turbo. This is Randy Seward. Seward is the guy who drove from New Mexico to Florida, raced his car and drove it home, and he has pictures in the snow. The guy doesn't even own a truck and trailer. An 8509 for Randy. Cletus melted, I think, 3 pairs of 275 Pro tires on it.
And he's got it in full race mode. He's got all of the weight out of it.
Yeah, I don't think all the weight out of it was the right way to go. The beautiful 65 Corvette going down left side.
That's Kelly Harvey. He goes 855, 159. That should be about a 7-second ride. So he's got his safety pass in, and we'll see him come back around.
Correct. S2000. He's over on left-hand side. Brian Axon, the LS Infused Nova, right-hand side. And off we go. 760 at 184 for Flynn, 862. I believe that is Lamar. Yes, it is. 1972 model Camaro. He's running Super Street. He's currently averaging 856. The Swindle family doing a lot of small tire heads-up drag racing. They decided to come here and lay down some smack. He runs 851 and 158, so he's completed his first sick week. So Engel currently sitting in the looks like the number 6 spot in the unlimited iron class, an 844 average for the Chevy 2 Nova. He's going to get it up on boost where he wants it and bump it into leaks, and we're going to pull the trigger. His best run of the week so far, an 817. He goes 864 or 157. 1969 model Chevy Nova. He's over on the right-hand side. This is a car he picked up a couple of years ago, and he's running it because his Cowboy Up Orange Nova we usually see him in is under fabrication right now. And Sack does not get in time, so we're going to back him up and give him another shot. Meanwhile, Carl going down left side, and he clicks it off early. No, actually, he runs it through the top end. I saw a little puff of smoke thinking he might have lifted. Snellman and Stefanski. Stefanski in the 4-seat equipped wagon. Looking for the sevens. And goes 769 at 183. And he got 5 of them. He already has his 8-second pass. I think he says, I'd like to get something a little better. Oh, tire spin for Courtney. Deal. Getting it done left side, top end sets. 790 896 at 173. Currently is sitting in the number 5 spot, lining up against Mike Cataline in the Mustang. Cataline is currently number 7 in the 275 class. So both of them looking for that perfect 8.50 time slip. Both of them on good runs so far. An 8:59 for Cataline and an 8:65. The New England married Houston McLean with his wife Kate. They got married on day number 1 right here in Orlando. Houston would like a little wedding present in the form of an 850. Shrug it will lead him to the finish line. Social Security being piloted by Brian Slow. The rarely seen foreskin beige Capri, the Marquis. I'm getting the Capri and the Marquis mixed up. Guy Bertano, naturally aspirated Camaro, goes 869 at 152. That'll bring up Glenn Hunter Jr. in the 56 Chevy. He's lining up against the Mustang running in the Rowdy Radio class. That's Colby Bauk. Bauk going to the 8th mile and lays out a 5:02 at 147, right in line with what he's run so far. 7:29 at 192. Left-hand side is Jeffrey Mall. Mall in the LS-powered Pro-Charge Nova, the 4-door car. He's lined up against Brian Carney. Carney in the small block nitrous car. Jeremy Rogers. He is running in the heavy metal class. He's currently sitting number 3. Nice little wheel stand there for Rogers as he gives chase of Romano. The pickup truck looking for something in the 8s again. And will lay down an 896 at 149. Single turbo Mustang left side. He's looking for that 850 window. Can he knock it down right at the beginning of the week? And can he do it one more time at the end of the week? 853 at 162. This is his second drag and drive with this pickup truck. It has really come into its own and laid down an 851 with the aerodynamics of a barn door. And unfortunately, he finds no traction. And Ed Schwartz will go down. And he runs at 892, 158. Gabriel Luan lining up with Justin Treble, who's running the 6 street race category. Dean Anderson is looking for something between 850 and 8519. 857.6 won't do it. If he lays down an 850, he can move up a little bit in the standings, but it would have to be darn near perfect. And he's not going to get it shattering the tires. Cole on a good run right side to the 8th mile. Goes 523 at 136. Left side goes 921 at 130. Carella looking for that 850 number. Blanco looking for the low 9s. And off they go. To the top end they run. 855 at 162 for Alex Carella. Not a bad opening shot. Willie Luan. He's staging against his daughter Gabby. And this time Willie catches Gabby sleeping at the switch. She was making the entire sandwich for the entire crew. 854 for Willie. 858 for Gabby. Shot. Begley 764 and 194 in the stick shift entry. Left-hand side is Ethan Dunn, the 1985 model Monte Carlo with the Patriotic hood. He'll stage up against the Mustang. I believe this is Mitch Thom over on the right-hand side. Yes, indeed it is. 1991 model Mustang. Nice wheel stand there for Thom as he's looking for a 9-second pass. Ethan's looking for something in the 8s. And he goes 872 at 154, 965 at 138. Trent Santos, 1984 model Monte Carlo left side. He bumps in. And the Monte Carlo just watching the Crown Vic pull away from him going, excuse me, what? The 4x4 is pulling away from me. 885 at 153 for more. Here comes our next pass. Dustin Caudle lining up against Jay Graviak. Caudle in the faster Isuzu pickup truck. It's an LS power pickup truck. He just threw the belt off of it for weight savings. 913 at 149 for the pickup of Robert Perry. Robert Perry on the left side, the 1987 Silverado pickup truck. Silverado's having problems. That makes Adam Dory sad. Chevy 2 Nova down the right side goes 889 at 138 out of the gas a little early. 1096 at 132 for the Silverado. the caddy of Steven Corson, 2014 model. He lines up with the low 9-second Camaro. That is John Mankia. The caddy, a little bit of tire spin, and it sounds like it kind of hopped out of gear, so he will watch the Camaro drive out of his life right side. 963, 138 for Mankia, and the Cadillac will enjoy his time on the racetrack. So now you know all of our current standings. Derek Bieri from Vice Grip Garage in the Motion Raceworks pickup truck. Michael Leone in the Mustang. He's already replaced the transmission this week as he basically barbecued his other one. The pickup truck has problems. Michael to the finish line. 8:53 at 160. That's a good lap for him. Both of them staged. And off they go. Adam's been in the 880s, 890s. Ryan looking for 850s. Goes 855. That won't improve his position. Please, my secret cat. Look at Vice, wheel standing, and pedals it down beautifully and rockets towards the finish line looking for an 8. 830 at 162. The phone dial wheel equipped. Whipple supercharged Coyote swap 1986 Mustang out of Luan. He's looking for another 8-second blast to finish his week. Cartwright lets the smoke out of the wagon slows. 897 at 155 for Gil Correa. He will line up against the Camaro out of Big 3 Racing. This is Kevin Hasinger, the 99 model Camaro. He's been in the 8s and the 9s. His best is an 888. Let's see what he does here on the right-hand side of the racetrack. He goes 899 with a 4. He can say it's an 8-second pass. 922 for Lance Disharoon on the left side. Matt Lanfear swapped out an entire motor at Gainesville 2 days ago, running on literally about 3 hours of sleep in the Turtle. And Blythe will run probably a 10-second pass at 160 miles an hour. Randy Fuller left side, Dean Anderson right side. Fuller in the nitrous-infused pickup truck. Dean Anderson in the turbocharged Malibu. 873 at 152 for the pickup truck. Romano just toting that front wheel, 139 60-foot. Henderson gets chased, gets around him, and lays down an 875 at 158, 951 at 142. Slow, off and running, and Shaver spins the tires. But he's going to leg it out anyway. A 911 at 146 for Brian Slow. He wants a mid-second pass to start. A lot of tire shake. Pedals it. Hangs with it. Keeps his foot in the throttle. And rolls through to a 796 at 135. And it was dangerously close to the wall. He was about to add a stripe to it. To Chad Fegley, unofficially. Houston McLean, the newly married man. He's on the right-hand side in the McLean Motorsports Mustang. And McLean goes 882 at 155, 915 at 150 for Guido. Gabby, on the other hand, she is running in Pro Daliron in a tough battle with Dean Anderson. She's looking for something, I believe, in the 859, 860 range. 503 at 147 for Colby. 857.9 for Gabby. And the slightly svelte Fat Betty of R.C. Flint. Flint looks like he might have touched the tune-up a little. 846 at 122. Slick Willie. Luan left side in the supercharged hatch. And it looked like Willie actually touched the RPM switch. 866 at 158, 858 at 160 for Alex. Jonathan Montesino in the Mustang. So unfortunately for Robert, he tied the front end down, got rid of the wheelie, and then introduced tire spin to the equation. 1046 at 121, so now he has a time slip to hand in. 916, 154 for Jonathan. Jesse Harris doing mosquito control duties, even though there are no mosquitoes. Not currently, anyway. Or maybe he's doing his job correctly. 1055, 128 for the Chevy. Sweets Nova on its way left side. Mogi right side. What can we get out of the match? Let's rated Nova this time. 770 875 at 176. That's an improvement over what he ran last time. 828 at 170 is not an improvement. So Brian Goldstone, who unofficially already has unlimited iron locked up with a 646 earlier. Did he turn the knob up to 11, and what will he get? Little tire chatter, 110.60 foot. On a good 8th mile, top end, Goldstone. 646 again at 220. It's a bracket car. Armatrout spins the tires, and Gustafsson is on a string, top end. 664 at 224. Ladies and gentlemen, that will lock it up. Her best pass of 679, that is a record, personal best for her. She has a 694 average for the week. Alex wants that 6 again. Drives through it to the top end. 708 at 204. So Gabby in the supercharged Mustang on the right side. The turbocharged ride of Alex Carrella left side. And Gabby smokes the tires. Comes off the starting line with way too much aggression, and Alex to the finish line. He goes 864 at 158. Christina will shake her head and go, no, that's not what we wanted. His sick week. But also do so by resetting his own record. Jim Braun puts him in the right spot. He gets it up on boost and rolls it in. And he rotates it 109 to the 60-foot. Here we go. 626.3 at 227. And Jim Braun says, I called it. That will bring up the Motion Raceworks truck with Derek Vieri at the controls. And Adam Kuffel in the nitrous-diffused Mustang right side. Derek in the 632 cubic inch big block truck left side. Adam in the Mustang right side. He goes 887. 923 for Derek Vieri. She will line up against Damon Elf, the leader in Sick Week Freaks, the 6-cylinder Toyota. Damon a little bit of trouble off the starting line, and Gabby is off to the races. She's looking for an 859 or an 860 top end. She goes 876 at 144 with the parachute out weight. And once again, Rob Courtney has problems. And this time it looks like it might be terminal. Dean Anderson to the finish line. He goes 848 at 162 miles an hour. Jordan Bedrow and Michael Ward. Bedrow over in the Louisiana-based single-turbo Mustang. Big wheel stand for Ward. Jordan to the finish line. 796 at 171. He didn't care about the 850 on that one. He turned it up. All right, now we have the all clear. And that is correct. Bob Hess Jr. sitting in the number 3 spot. Currently a 773 average on the Mustang. He pedals it just a little bit. 119.60 foot out the back door for Hess. 761 at 187. Dean finished top 3 in Pro Dolly Run at 6 Summer. Gabby is in her first ever drag and drive as a driver. Dean Anderson looking for something between 851.8 and 850.0. He goes 858.0. That won't work. Gabby goes 893. That won't work. And Alex spins the tires. We'll pedal it. Damon will give chase. 886 at 165. So Damon has completed. Michael Leone in the Mustang. Robeck looking for one more 9-second blast in the Cutlass. Michael looking for an 8.50 in the Mustang. He goes 853. Robeck goes 979. So on the right side of Noel Latour. Engel off like a shot on the left-hand side into Nova. 818, 167 for Engel. 1221 at 112 for the guy is ready. And both of them spin the tires. Bertano pedals it and goes 905 at 153. 1066, 142 for Frank Romano. Finally got his first ever 8-second pass earlier this week. He will line up with Jason King's low 8-second Fox. Looking for low 8s again as he rolls down left side. 808, 169. Mueller in the 34 Ford Coupe. Azim in the 73 Camaro. 1:17:136. Urquhart trying to get bumped in, and he's there. Frizzell, a little bit of tire spin. And Urquhart's off like a shot. Looking for a low 8-second pass and goes 8:06, 170 for Evan Urquhart. That brings up Robert Worster in the Malibu against the Triumph Spitfire of Timothy Blythe. Worster looking for 850. Goes 870 with the shootout early at 150. 865 at 172 for Timothy Blythe. Justin Treadle with the 2000 model on the left side. John Mankia on the right side with the second gen. 953 for Mankia, 941 for Treadle. Let's see what he does right here. Chuck looks like he laid the tune-up to it. 117.60 foot out the back door. 746 at 184 miles an hour and change. Stephen Winningham in the Mustang. Stephen looking for that magic 8-second run. He's gone 9 flat twice. He shakes the shootout. And catches it 10:32 at 89 miles an hour with a 133.60 foot. Santos on his way to the top end for the Monte Carlo, 892, 155. Based on previous performances, left side should be quicker. Big wheel stand there for the 68 Chevelle. And he's going to roll with that one all the way to the finish line. At 896 at 147 for Michael. He's got the wheelie under control. That's the first thing. Jason looking for an 8-second pass to finish off this week. To the top end, 9 flat 150, 929, 143. So Flint, 119.60 foot in the Honda. To the top end for Flint. 731 at 192. That will tie his previous best. He's got small block with nitrous on board. And once again, Jason finds a lack of traction, and Brian Carney's car falls silent. Re-ride to the finish line, goes 988, 150. Stancil off like a shot with a 125.60 foot, looking for another low 8-second time. And goes 808, 169 for Carl Stancil. And Hasinger's going to get the better of this one as Rick torches the tires. Hasinger to the finish line. Goes 887 at 154. And Dean is off, and Ace Video is off. Anderson looking for 850 to 851. He gets 865 at 158. On the left for Jonathan in the stick shift category. Gabriella Luan on the right-hand side. She did not get staged in time, so she's going to come back. Jonathan on his first drag and drive. He'll roll down left side. And goes 940 at 156 for Jonathan Whitaker. I think that is his best pass of the week. Doing the deed on Monday. Now he wants an 850 to finish his week. And Houston, 128.60 foot. Kate's urging him on. She wants an 850. Top end says 884 at 152. The Tesla wheelbase with a Honda body on top. Kyle Wade from the Boosted Boys making a single shot here, right side. Goes 957 at 145 miles an hour.